Hey guys, so I've just filmed a tutorial for this look, and if you want to see it I will put a link to it in the description box below. But I just wanted to do a quick review of some brushes I got recently, and I just wanted to point out that I don't bulk buy brushes, generally, but I left my makeup brushes up north and I'm currently visiting my parents in the south, so there's a 5-hour difference between me and my brushes at the moment. And obviously I love wearing makeup, and I like when I'm here I go out with friends and stuff, so I didn't really want to not have makeup brushes because I use them so much. So I bought some brushes that weren't going to break the bank, but it did cost me about 20 quid to buy them, which grated on me a bit because I had so many brushes up north, but I'm quite pleased with the brushes that I got, so I just thought I'd share a quick review with you. So the brushes that I bought were the No.7 concealer brush, because I had a voucher for £5 off in Boots, so I took advantage of that. Also the EcoTools retractable foundation brush, and then a set of Model's Own brushes that are neon orange. I love the colour of these. So I will start with the EcoTools foundation brush. Oh, just to say that I did also buy an eyelash curlers, and even though they're not a brush, I will include them in this video just to make it easier. So I'll start with the EcoTools retractable foundation brush. Now I've heard a lot about EcoTools, and I'm pretty sure at one point Pixie Woo were mentioning these quite a lot. But I decided to go with this one because it just felt so lovely, and out of all the brushes there, this was just really like the look of it and the feel of it and everything. It feels lovely, the bristles feel lovely. It's dirty at the moment, so please bear with me, I'm going to clean them later. The reason I like this one is it's very small, and you can sort of easily fit it in your makeup bag. It doesn't lot of room or anything like that. Application wise, it's very good, I really like it. The bristles are really dense, but like I say, very, very soft, so it feels lovely against the skin. It doesn't feel hard, or it doesn't feel like it's scratching or anything like that, because obviously when you've got dry skin like I do, when you're applying foundation with a brush and you want to blend it in, the last thing you want is something with sort of hard bristles that will sort of exfoliate the skin as you go along, because then what you get is cakey, you get flaky bits of skin, and that's not a good look. So that's one of the reasons I really like this. Price wise, I can't remember. I will put a link to it on the Boots website below, so that you can get all the details for all of the brushes that I purchased, where I can find links to them, just to save me having to sort of reel it all off, because I've had it for a while now and I can't remember the price of everything. I think this was about £9, something like that, which is quite dear because my e.l.f. one cost £3.50, but I would say all in all it's a really good brush and good value for the money if you like EcoTools. Obviously I do believe they're cruelty free and they are sort of eco-friendly and that kind of thing, so I really quite like that about that. So the next thing I'm going to review is the No.7 concealer brush, and it looks like this. Again, all these brushes are dirty guys, so I've just used them for a tutorial, so you have to bear with me. And this is what it looks like. And I think full price about between £5 and £9, something like that. Again, I'll put all the links below. The bristles are lovely, they feel lovely and soft, really densely packed, really lovely. I don't like small concealer brushes, really. I mean, I know that you can get a good application with them because you can sort of pinpoint it on the spot that you've got, but I quite like mine to be fluffy because I find that it just works better for me personally. So I actually normally use a Body Shop eyeshadow blending brush for my concealer because it's nice and fluffy and it just glides on really well. And I think I'll continue to use that one when I get it back, but I do like this for concealing the rest of the face, so I'd quite like to use the fluffy one for under the eyes when I get that back, but this I will continue to use for the rest of the face. It's a lovely size, as you can see there, if I put it against my face. So it really gets around the blemish, any blemishes that you have. With other concealer brushes, you sort of like get it there, and then you have to try and blend it out so the concealer kind of blends into your skin. With this, it just kind of naturally does it, so it's really lovely. I highly recommend this brush, I really like it. So now moving on to these Model's Own brushes. I think it was £10.50 for the set, So these came in a little pouch like this. It's a 5-piece set. So you get your powder brush like that. And by the way, the bristles are orange, that's not orange on everything. You get a lip liner brush, which is that one. And then you get a shading brush, which is that one. Then you've got an angle brush. And then the eyeshadow brush, like that. There isn't a bad brush in this lot actually. The bristles are lovely, they're really soft, really nice. I love the packaging, I just love the fact that it's bright orange, and sort of as soon as I get up in the morning I use these brushes and it's just like, yay, I'm awake. I have really amazing brushes, so I'll definitely be using these when I go back up north. I'm really highly impressed with them actually. I haven't had any shedding and I've been using these every single day since I got them about a week and a half ago. And that is my only bugbear with some of the e.l.f. brushes, especially the powder brush I use for my foundation. It sheds. When I first had it I literally just sat there and pulled loads of hairs out of it, and I'm not sure if I had a faulty brush, but that's what happened for me anyway. But I just love this a ridiculous amount, especially this powder one. I'm using it for my blusher, at the moment. I just love it. And the reason I like it as well is they're quite small, these brushes, they're not really big. So that's sort of the whole size of it. And I really like them. Like I say, the packaging's really good, application's really good, and price wise I think £10.50 for that many brushes is really good value when you consider that I got one EcoTools retractable brush for like £1 less. So, you know, I'd happily pay the £10.50 for these. The colour's great and the brushes themselves are really good quality. So the eyeshadow brush, it's like any other normal eyeshadow brush, it packs the colour on really well. I used it for this look today, for the upper lid anyway, the orange and the pink, and I really like it. Again, bristles are nice and soft but densely packed, so really good. Shading brush is excellent. I love this thing. It's really good for my crease because it's nice and small. It's a really sort of small head on that. Really densely packed. Again, really soft, really easy to blend. So if you barely have to put any work into it whatsoever and it's already blended out for you. Love it. This is the lip liner brush. I use this for, again, for like a crease brush if I want quite a harsh cut crease, or I've used it today to put a colour under the eyes. Highly recommend it. I haven't used it as a lip brush yet, so I can't comment on that, but I'd say that it would be perfectly good for the job. And densely packed. This one's stiffer, but I think you need that for when you're using it with lipsticks. But again, really soft, really lovely. And then the angled brush like this. Again, it's lovely and small. Love the packaging, and it does exactly what it's meant to do. I haven't used it for eyeliner yet, but I do use it for my eyebrows. Now, I normally use a MAC 266 brush because that's the first brush I ever used to do my eyebrows with, and I've just stuck with that. But I've got to say that this, if you can't afford a MAC 266 brush because they are expensive, again, I bought mine with vouchers that I had at Christmas. I rarely buy high-end products unless they're on offer or I've got money off them because I can't afford to. I'm a student, or I was a student, I'm due to graduate, so at the moment I'm technically unemployed, unfortunately. But I love this brush. If you can't afford a MAC 266, certainly consider purchasing this set, because for the price of, probably less than the price of one MAC 266 brush, you know, you get 5 decent brushes that you can use in your set, and I'd highly recommend them. I love this for my eyebrows, I genuinely do, I really love it. So all in all, I've got to say the brushes that I purchased, I would highly recommend. I would purchase them again, and I love them. And they're going to be part now of my everyday, sort of makeup. The only one that I would probably maybe not use as often is this one, the EcoTools one. I love it, I really do, but I just think that I like the way that my e.l.f. brush sort of blends the foundation on. But I think that this one would be better to use around the nose area and under the eyes, whereas the e.l.f. one then I could use for all over the face. So I will be used, but it'll be more like for pinpoint areas. So I hope you like this review. I'll put links below, and please keep watching. Thanks guys, bye.